Shalom and welcome to Israeli Salad. This week we'll see how Tanach comes to life through pastel artwork, speak to London about a special Zionist event that took place there, and see how computers help children in hospitals. This, our weekly insight, and a look at some Hannukiyot on this week's magazine. Let's begin with some art. Abel Pan Paints the Bible is the first major exhibit of Abel Pan's work in Israel since 1925, when his Jug of Tears series depicting pogroms in Russia was shown at the Bezalel National Museum. I visited this new exhibit in the Israel Museum in Jerusalem.
It's a retrospective exhibit of Abel Pan, one of the founders of Israeli art, one of the founders of the first art school in Jerusalem, Bezalel, and I would say the artist that was mainly connected with the description of scenes of the Bible.
Abel Pan was born in 1883 and made his way from a Lithuanian cheder to the Bezalel School of Art and Crafts in Jerusalem.
He really was a school of one person. He was himself, he influenced others, and he was the most important artist depicting scenes of the Bible.
One of the things that make Abel Pan's artwork unique is the way he brings to life characters of the Tanach.
And this was the main issue of his paintings and his attitude to the depiction of the Bible, to make, to describe scenes of the Bible as if they were happening before your eyes.
When drawing our forefathers, Abel Pan did not draw characters who look like mythological characters or angels, rather characters influenced by the people who surrounded him.
When he was a teacher in Bezalel in 1913, he was affected by this kind of local Orientalism, this relation to the East and to the Orient.
We didn't know that the sun was dangerous, and I used to sit hours, and I had a tan which reminded him of the Bedouins, in the desert. I was 14 years old.
He felt, as few other artists also in the 19th and 20th century, that the people of the Bible or the ancient times were very much like the contemporary Oriental scene.
He asked my parents, they gave him the permission, and then I used to sit on a platform very, very quietly, because he painted in pastels, which is very, very precise.
Although he was not an observant Jew, Abel Pan was captivated and fascinated by the stories of the Tanach, and he wanted to share his way of looking at the Bible with everyone.
In a certain period, in the 20s and in the 30s, almost in every house, at least in Palestine then, you could find a lithograph by Abel Pan.
Okay, we're now contacting London. In light of the increase in immigration to Israel from England in the past 2 years, a few days ago a big event called Israel Expo took place in London. On the line with me now is Tzvi Kahana, head of the Jewish Agency delegation in UK and Europe. Shalom Tzvi.
Shalom Varcha.
So what's this event about?
A special event that people from Britain have the opportunity to express their solidarity with Israel.
How many people participated in this event?
It was thousands of people. At the end of the day, when we counted, it was 8,300 participants.
So what was included in this event? Speeches, lectures?
There was no speeches. It was only the way to demonstrate the deep connection between Jewish community in UK and the Israeli community. So we take the opportunity of this event, and we tried, and I hope we succeed, to expose some of our main programs in Israel, like students olim, like opportunity to make aliyah in a short way, in a very non-bureaucratic way.
So do you think people will make aliyah, immigrate, thanks to this event?
I can't say that one event can make it, but you always need some more stairs to reach it. It's ongoing process. There were hundreds of them that gave their names and asked for more information, and we are great believers that in weeks, months, they will make aliyah.
Okay, Tzvika Hanna, head of the Jewish Agency delegation in UK and Europe, thank you very much and keep up the good work.
Thank you and have a good day.
We'll be back in a moment with computers in the children's ward.
So, why did you come to Israel?
I came to Israel. I'm going to school here in Talpiot. Actually, I'm going to be here for at least another 6 months, so I like it here a lot. I feel the presence of God here, and it's just a good place to be. It's very, very life-changing.
Computers in medicine meet in many different cases: biotechnology, medical examining machines, health monitoring systems, and more. But the Kav Or distance learning and virtual playground for children in hospitals help the world of medicine simply by letting hospitalized children surf the web and play computer games. Near the entrance to the Mother and Child Center at Jerusalem's Hadassah Ein Kerem Hospital, you can see what looks like a futuristic spaceship. Every morning, the spaceship slowly opens and reveals 4 computer screens. As the day in the hospital begins, more and more children come to use these computers, which were brought to the hospital by the Kav Or Association.
Kav Or is an organization that works with 27 hospitals all over Israel, 83 children departments in the hospitals. We bring computers, and children can communicate with us and play with computer programs and be in touch with other children from their school or from other hospitals, and be connected to the world that is outside the hospital.
The fact that there are computers here is good for the children because they're occupied until they're called for a checkup.
The computers in the Hadassah Ein Kerem Children's Ward and in other hospitals throughout the country are all set to the Kav Or homepage. On the Kav Or homepage, children and parents can learn about procedures they went through or are expected to be going through. Through the website, the children can also be in touch with their friends and even their teachers.
There are forums and chats, and for children that are hospitalized for long periods, there are personal forums that we open and give them their password so children from their school can enter and send them greetings and letters and homeworks and everything.
Thanks to the Kav Or distance learning program, children can return to school without having fallen behind because of lessons they missed. Through the computers, the organizers tried to connect the children to their creative side, and the computers help the children forget about the discomfort of being in the hospital.
I think it's very important because they're very sad here and depressed, so this give them a little smile.
It gives them the feeling that they are connected. This is the most important things, that they are connected to the world outside hospital. Doctor says that it also helps them to cure, to relax, and be more cooperative when they get the treatment. They can also play and just forget all they are going through.
Even the design of the computer playground is aimed to help the children by activating their imagination.
Here there is a spaceship design, and in other hospitals there are animals all over. We designed the whole environment so children can really feel they are in a new atmosphere, not in hospital atmosphere.
The Kav Or Association hopes to reach as many children as possible to make the stay in the hospital as pleasant as can be. In addition to the virtual playground, the Kav Or Association also brings laptop computers into rooms with children who cannot come down to the lobby.
You are watching Israel National News TV.
And now our weekly insight. A few weeks ago, we talked about the Happy Jewish Wedding. Now it seems that the Jews just can't stop celebrating. Each day, after the wedding, for 7 days, the Jewish tradition is to celebrate what is known as the Sheva Brachot, the 7 blessings. Shalom to Rabbi Samson, who is joining us now from Jerusalem. So, what's the meaning of these ongoing celebrations?
Shalom Yoni, shalom to all of our listeners. The idea of a Sheva Brachot is a magnificent Jewish invention, and it's instead of a honeymoon. Even if a couple wants a honeymoon, I would highly recommend postponing it after the 7 days. And it's something that there's so much preparation and so much effort that goes into a wedding, and then in a couple of hours it's over. Whereas in Jewish Orthodox life, it's not over in a couple of hours, but there's an entire week of festivities and celebrations where we don't leave the bride and the groom alone. Sometimes the bride and the groom might want to be alone. But the idea in Judaism is that what a bride and a groom do is not their own private manner, but they're actually building a new home within the context of the entire Jewish people, and it's something that the entire Jewish people want to partake in and feel a part of, and naturally they continue the celebrations for 7 entire days.
And what are these 7 blessings that are recited each day?
Well, each one of the 7 blessings is different, and it refers to a different kind of concept. Maybe we could have 7 different meanings where we can talk about each one of the blessings, but the overall idea of all of the 7 blessings is that we bless the newlywed couples that they will have the granted, needed, necessary, God-given gifts that the two of them will use in compatibility building their new home together.
Thank you very much, Rabbi Samson.
The Weekly Insight is brought to you in cooperation with Machon Meir, the largest Zionist institute in Israel, bringing people closer to Judaism.
In honor of the festival of Hanukkah, we'll end with a look at some traditional Hannukiyot, Hanukkah menorahs, which are presented at the Israel Museum. We wish you all a Hanukkah Sameach, a happy Hanukkah. Thank you for watching Israeli Salad, and join us again next week.